Hi, my beautiful friends. I'm Jody. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm really glad that you're here. All the rest of us are really glad that you're here. Please pull up a chair and join us in making some jewelry today. So today I'm going to show you, I had made some purchases on, well, 1 week's worth of Sam's live sales, but I think I attended 3, and I was kind of more after a lot more check glass. So I was looking for those like different beads and like some like staple beads that, to fill my collection a little bit, kind of build my stock back up a little. So let me show you what I ended up getting, and then we're gonna make something pretty. And I want to make something that is kind of like a standalone piece, like, I don't know. I just have this something in my head that I can't put my finger on, and I know that it involves some wires, some beads. So let's go through it. I might bring out the stuff that I purchased previously from Bead Box Bargains as well, but let's go through what I got from Sam's Bead Box because I don't even remember what's in there. It's been sitting on my desk since Monday. So let's go ahead and open that up. Today's Thursday, by the way. Let's open it up and take a look. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, here I am. So let's kind of go through. I used one of these. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. I did open this one up because I needed one of these for something. So I got these picture jasper large hole beads. I got 5 mixed pieces. I needed one for a necklace that I did. Is it right here? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Okay, yeah. So here it is. So I made this necklace because I wanted something very boho, and but I wanted the fall colors. But I also wanted something that would carry me into like the spring even too, because I do wear a lot of these colors as well. So I will probably end up doing a tutorial on this down the road. But all you need is like a large hole bead and some 1 millimeter, or I'm sorry, yeah, 1 millimeter leather, and really easy, and just all the beads that you want to put on it. So I did grab that out, but I didn't go through the rest of it. It was laying right on top, so I grabbed it. So we have 4 of those, and those were only $5.95. So not bad for some big, large. These were 7 by 14 millimeter with a 5 millimeter hole. So that's pretty awesome to be able to find that. So not a bad price for that at all. And I think maybe even some of these might have had even a lower price because they do some crazy sales sometimes on there where it's the listed price and then they'll do a slash and they'll lower the price. So some of the stuff I may have gotten much cheaper. And then I have blue lace agate, 2.7 millimeter. These are faceted beads, and you get a 15-inch strand. So I just fell in love with this blue lace agate. These teeny tiny little beads, I thought they would make the perfect little gemstone spacer for winter. And I am looking forward to making all sorts of really beautiful frosty pieces with it. So I was getting fall, but I was also getting winter, but then I was getting some really random stuff because I'm kind of a crazy shopper, and I will get lost in what I'm trying to do. So the next were these 12 millimeter labradorite faceted coins. They are 6 mixed pieces, and there is some inclusions, but I thought they were just gorgeous. And again, I thought this looks like a perfect winter bead to me too, because look at the flash on some of these and the sparkle. They're just really, really pretty. So I got those. Any of you who have not been on a live sale yet, you're definitely going to want to go. You definitely want to go. So this is the beads. These are the beads that I think I want to do something with. And these are some check glass freeform diamond focals. They have this really pretty like blue striping in them. I don't know if the camera's picking that up very well, but very, very pretty. I absolutely love this shade of blue. So we're going to keep that out because I really want to do something with those. And I will probably have to go through my other stash, the rest of my stash too, to find some stuff to go with that. And then we have, because I couldn't resist these were a buy from the last bead box from Sam's. And I needed these little moon faces really bad because they were so cute. These little check glass moons. Aren't they adorable? I absolutely love them. And when I saw them in the bead box, I was like, oh yeah, gotta have more of those for sure. And then here's some faceted turbine lavender amethyst. And it's check glass, sorry, lavender amethyst color. It's check glass. And I love the turbine shape. It's just really, really pretty. Such a very different shape. And I like how it goes from skinny, you know, to wider with the little flat sides and then back down to skinnier again. So those are absolutely gorgeous. And I love that lavender color. And I had to get some cubes. So these are check glass cubes in garnet. They are 5 by 6 millimeter. So we definitely needed some cubes, and they are a super deep, rich garnet. I don't know if the camera is picking up on that or if it just looks black to you guys, but it is super, super rich. And I'm like, yeah, I need that. So I got that, and you got a ton of them in here. I only paid $2.95 for these, you guys. I'm telling you, like, the deals that they make on there sometimes are just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So sometimes I get on there and I may not buy anything on one, or I may buy one thing on one, and then I'll go to the next one and I'll buy like 2 or 3 things. And it's great what they do is because they only ship, they prepare everything for shipping on Sunday, and then everything gets shipped out on Monday. So you have all week long to place several orders. And yeah, you're going to pay for shipping up front each time, but they're going to hold them, they're going to combine them, and they're going to give you back your shipping in bead credit. So right now I have, because I did 2 shipments, I have $5 on my account for a credit. So check glass compass square turquoise wash. I love these. I thought these were so pretty, and I think, look at that, I think they would actually look really good with that. But then I'm not sure with the pattern, but I thought these were so cool. And I don't know, I just love red and that blue together. I think it's just such a beautiful combination. So I couldn't resist and I had to get them. And you got 10 pieces. So $6.75 for 10 pieces is pretty good. And then next I have some Botswana tumbled nugget, a 15-inch strand. I paid $12.95 for them, and I got the smaller size. I did the 9 to 13 millimeter because I thought that would be a good enough size for me. So here's this beautiful long 15-inch strand of Botswana agate nuggets, and they are so pretty. They're all drilled so differently, and I can't wait to make something with these too. Just gorgeous, and a great price for some Botswana agate. All right, I got some more cubes, but these are diagonal drilled cubes, and it's matte amber topaz check glass beads, and they're 8.5 millimeter. Love this matte finish on this topaz color. That is gorgeous. That matte finish makes it look like it glows. It's so pretty. And yes, I needed this really bad. As if I don't have enough things in this topaz color. You guys, I have so much topaz colored stuff, but I absolutely love it. It's so pretty. And I'm like I feel like I'm a topaz color hoarder. Then I got this braided wreath connector, and it's green patina copper. I thought this was so cool. This is like the prettiest connector. The patina on it is so nice with the little detail of the leaves around the wreath standing out. Very pretty. So that was a must-have. I got some check glass long rice oval green stone Picasso, and these were $4.50 for a 7-piece strand. And the Picasso finish on this is just luscious. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And they have like a gentle facet, so it's not perfectly round. There's just like a little tiny bit of a facet, but absolutely beautiful. Then I got for $5.25 square bronze 6mm check glass beads, and it says coating may not fully cover jet black, and it's a 50-piece strand. And I wasn't worried if the coating isn't completely over all the beads, because it would be so hard to tell anyway. But look at how pretty this bronze is. And that's another one that I was kind of looking at to go with this, because for some reason that bronze and blue looks so pretty together. So I think I might use that. Then next I got some sugar skulls, because why not? So I got the turquoise check glass sugar skulls. I got 4 of them for $4.25, and this may have even been one of the ones they marked down on the sale. But they're really cute, and I'll be looking forward to making some adorable earrings out of those. Then I got check glass tumbled stone smoky topaz. Here's another topaz one. And these were $3, and I got a 6-piece set. I just thought these were shaped really cool. So they're all drilled in the center, but they're nuggets. And I really want to use them all together on a piece because of the way they line up. I think they're really, really cool. So I had something in mind with those when I saw them. And then if you subscribe to Sam's Bead Box, this was in one of them. I think it might have been, was it Voyage to Athens? Anyway, I needed one. It's a boho multi-strand link, and it's in green patina copper. So there's the front of it. And it's really pretty. And I really want to do a necklace out of it and just have like a bunch of things hanging from it. I think that'd be really pretty. Or use it as like a bracelet bar for a multi-strand bracelet. That's what I did with my last one that I had. I have a bunch of strands, and they're all smaller beads. And it was, I think it did like the full 5 strands, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it was a lot, but gorgeous. Love that. And then I thought these were really cute, and it's kind of like a little buy-ahead for summer. These were check glass anchors, and they're in that Cafe Latte Picasso, and I thought they were really cute. They weren't like all the other anchors I see that I'm not a big fan of. These are very subtle, and they're that nice rectangle pad like shape. I love that. And they are 11.5 by 15mm. So a decent size. And then I had to get some of these, this pressed Saturn check glass beads, Blue Skies mix. So I got a 15-piece set, and I thought these were just really fun and really cool. And again, this would really do me some good for like some wintry projects. This AC blue with the deep blue, just really, really pretty. If you haven't done any of the live shows, you guys, definitely check it out. I know there's a few people that I see on there. I have, you know, my friends that go on there, and I see them all the time. And yeah, absolutely love seeing them on there. And I think sometimes we end up getting some of the same stuff. So the next thing is this check glass flower 4-sided barrel in gold. I thought these were adorable. They have that flower pattern on all 4 sides. And I got a 4-piece set for $3. I just thought they were so pretty and so unique. And I know these will make a great addition to anything that I put them with. And I'm thinking they're going to need to go in a necklace. So I got those. Got 2 more things left, guys, and then we're done with that. These are check glass center drilled flowers, 1920s glam, and they're 14mm. I love these. I have so many center drilled flowers I haven't done anything with yet, but I'm obsessed with them. But I need to figure out exactly what I want to do with them. And the coloring on them is just beautiful. Look at all that shine. How about in the comments you guys tell me how you use your center drilled flowers? I would like to know. And then last thing on my list are some more cubes. I have some check glass dimpled cubes, aqua 5mm, and they were $2.75, and it's like a 60-piece set. So there's a lot in this bag, and they do have these tiny little like dimples in them. So they're not like perfectly square. They do have like tiny little like dimples. Really cute. All right, guys, I'm going to gather up some stuff and I will be right back. Okay, everyone, I have kind of a mess down here. So let me just kind of go through some of the things I have. So I have my endings. So my lobster clasp, my jump ring, my crimp bead covers, my crimp beads. Probably need some wire guardians. So let me go ahead and grab those. And grab 2 of those. Airplane going by. And hold on, where is it? There we go. Then I have some really long head pins that I got in one of the bargain bead boxes. I haven't used very many of them, but I feel like I might need a couple. So I brought those out. I have a bunch of different sizes of jump rings. I'm not really sure what I'm going to need yet at this time. This is very much a design on the fly. I have the basic things that I wanted. I have the squares that I got from Sam's. I got the 3 check glass swirly odd-shaped freeform beads. I have a couple of these that I got from, I believe these came from Sam's as well, but a while back. This came from Sam's. These came from Sam's. These are hexagon. And I've had these for a while. Hexagon Amazonite. These, I think they came from Michael's a long time ago. I loved that they had different colors in it. And this is all I have left of what I bought before. These were in an old bead box, bargain bead box. And these were just from my stash, little coppery, antique copper spacers. And let me tell you how long my strand is. So I'm using Beadalon 7-strand bead stringing wire in antique bronze. And I cut 30 inches. And we're going to make our necklace. So the idea I had was I really would like to see like this coming down here along with this, these being up here with some of the smaller beads in between. But I also would like to see like a few things coming down. Not sure exactly how I want to do this yet. Haven't made it that far, but maybe we could do, you know, something like this. I'm gonna need some eye pins too, probably, so I'll grab those in a minute. But this is kind of what I'm looking at, and then I thought maybe, you know, one of these in the center. I'll get some smaller head pins too, and really just kind of wanted to make this like kind of fun. Not sure exactly how this is going to plan out, but I really would like to see some like little dangles here, like so. Maybe like that. And then like this. And I have other beads in here. Like these may not be able to come right in the front, and I might not even use these, but I love the shape of them, and I love that there's only 2, and that kind of makes it like almost perfect for me. But I'm not sure if they're going to mix in here or not. Not really sure what I'm going to do with that yet. But I think this is where we want to start. So I'm going to pause this real quick. I'm going to get some shorter eye pins and head pins, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I have everything now, and let's go ahead and take the stuff that we're going to be stringing and just kind of push it up a little bit, just like so. And let's try to build what we want to do here. So maybe I don't need the super long ones. Plus, they're not really antique copper. They're more of an antique bronze. I kind of want to stick with the antique copper. But let's try them out and see. I have some regular head pins here, and I just want to be able to do like simple loops. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fine. I won't even need these. I can put these back. So we know we want this hanging from here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do our simple loop. And I'm just going to do these one at a time, you guys, because there's not very many. And I'm sorry if you find it boring and repetitive, but you can definitely fast forward if you're all good with loops. But so what I did was I bent my wire straight over. I'm going to leave about 1/4 of an inch here. I cut off the rest because we don't need much more than that. And I'm just going to take my round nose pliers and just roll it back and do my loop. Okay, we have our loop. And I kind of feel like, will that be long enough? Yeah, I think that'll be long enough. All right, so we have that. I don't know if I want to put that one in the middle. I think, but then I only have 2 of those. Maybe we'll choose a lighter one and do that. That would look good. Okay, so now I want a little head pin for that. So a lot of shapes in this one. I don't think I have anything that's completely round, and I don't. Everything is a shape, which I absolutely love to do. I mean, don't get me wrong, you guys. I love all beads. I am not a bead snob. I buy my beads from everywhere, and I love all beads, and they all make me very, very happy. So I just know that I will probably want all different shapes in this one. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our pliers here. So today's Thursday. I'm drawing names on Saturday. So Saturday evening, you should see a video from me telling you guys the 3 winners. And yes, I totally forgot that Monday was Veterans Day. So there won't be any mail on Monday, but I will get it mailed out first thing in the morning on Tuesday. And then whoever wins in just a few days, you should be getting a little package from me. So I'm very excited about it. I hope you guys are excited too. Just really, really excited. I can't wait to draw names. So I've been looking into those automated ones, but the thing I like to do is I do like to physically pull a name out because I also take your comment. But if you guys don't care whether or not I read your comment, then I can do the automated one, and it would save some time probably. But let me know what you guys think, what you would prefer. If you think that maybe less human error possibly by using the automated thing, let me know, because I want it to be fair. And all right, so there's that, and I think that will fit through our strand just fine. Let's see. Nope, I want to use maybe a bigger one. So let's go ahead and use a little bit bigger of one. So I want to give a shout out to my friend Colleen. I'm pretty sure, because Colleen and I have been friends on Facebook for quite a while now, and I feel like I remember her mentioning to me that she was going to have a YouTube channel, but why it didn't like stick with me until I saw her name that came up on my suggested, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I immediately subscribed, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I totally missed it. And of course I feel like terrible because, she's very supportive of me and my journey as well. And I want to be just as supportive to her as she is to me. And she's such a sweet person. In case you guys want to check her out, her channel is Colleen Marie. So I will link her channel in my description below too, if you guys want to check her out. She is like such a sweet lady, and she's very positive and upbeat. You guys, I would never send you to somebody who's a grumpy Gus. And anyway, I don't know any grumpy Gusses in jewelry making. I think that beads just tend to make people really happy, and I don't think people can possibly be grumpy when they're creating beads. Or creating with beads, I should say. Or creating beads even. All right, so now I want some eye pins. And I have some little shorties in here, which are going to be great for these for some of these beads. So I'm going to pull some of those out, and I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 head pins. So I'll get those pulled out. All right, and let's start putting these together. I at least want these together so when I start stringing, I can put them on. So let's start with the end one here. This one just needs a head pin. So tonight I am going to try to learn something new. I'm going to watch some tutorials. I'm going to try to learn how to use the super duo beads and the and like the beads with the multiple holes in them, because I am not good with those, you guys. I think you guys have seen me, and I think I try really hard, but I would love to be able to master like really nice designs. So I think I'm going to take a couple little tutorials and sit down with my beads, because I have a lot of the double hole, triple hole beads that I've gotten from Adornable Elements, and I'd really like to sit down with them and try to master the multiple hole beads. I'm like a not a multi-hole bead person, but I want to be, because I want to expand my knowledge, and in case some of you don't do it, I'd like to, you know, send that knowledge on to you. So I'm gonna grab my stash of what I have, and I'm gonna sit down with some supplies, probably while I'm watching TV or listening to TV, and do some tutorials. So try to learn something new to me. I'm just so intimidated. If it has more than one hole, I'm intimidated by it. Like, I don't know what it is. It's kind of crazy. All right. So this is going pretty quickly here. We're just going to keep on moving through it, making all of our little chains. These really short little eye pins, I got these from Temu, actually. I was looking for some short eye pins and short head pins, just to kind of like broaden my sizes. And I'm like, well, I'll try them from there. And you know what? They've been great so far. It's really hard with them because they do sell out of a lot of stuff. But if you are a Temu shopper or want to be, just go onto their website or their app. If you have their app, it's a lot easier to shop on, in my opinion. And just put in small head pins or small eye pins, and they will point you right to what you need. And I'll give you a measurement on the millimeters of my eye pins that I'm using, just so you know. Let me do that now so I don't forget. So the eye pins are, I'm doing millimeters because they measure in millimeters. They are, looks like, I think they go from where the eye starts. So they're 20 millimeters, so they're pretty small. But they've been really nice. I like them. And they're good and sturdy, and none of the coating on the eye pins seems to be coming off. It's not like it's painted on or anything like that, because I have ordered eye pins and head pins from places before and was not happy with them, because when I did my loop, the paint or whatever they put on them was peeling, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, this stuff's not cheap to buy, you know. You go through so many findings, and I mean, yeah, I guess when you look at it, it's kind of cheap to buy, but when you go through as many as we do, it's really not all that cheap. I've had these beads for so long. Like, I don't even remember when I bought them, but I know I got them at Michael's. And I'm pretty sure it was when they were doing, you know how like a couple times a year they do like a really big discount on all their strung beads. I'm sure I was there at some point and I'm like, well, might as well take advantage of this, and bought like a bunch of stuff. And I fell in love with those because of the colors in it, the blue and the golden color and the browns. And I just thought they were so pretty and so perfect. So I'm like, yeah, I'm getting those. And I kind of wished I would have like wiped out the shelf of those, because I didn't see that there was a ton of them there, you know. And so I'm one of those kind of people, like I'm not a shelf clearer. I don't like to be like that. But then I'm like, well, if nobody else is buying them, then maybe I should be buying them. All right, so then this one. Okay, so I need an eye pin for this one. And maybe they still have them. I don't know. I don't have the card for it anymore, so I don't even know if they had a good description or anything. It was back before I was like really keeping track. I'm really starting to go through some of my old stock of beads and trying to like clean up and try to keep track of things a lot better than what I used to. It helps me knowing where I got something, in case I ever need to go back and get more, or tell somebody where to get it or whatever. Oh, this one doesn't even have a head on it, so we'll just throw that one off to the side. I'll grab one more head pin in a second here. Let me put those away. I'm trying to clean up as I go so I don't have such a big mess when I'm done, because I am terribly lazy and I will leave it sit for days and just push it off to the side. And then the sides of my desk, I no longer have room for anything else because it's covered in project fodder, and it's a problem for me. It really is. And every time I like totally overhaul and clean my desk off, it takes me literally 30 seconds to get it right back to where it was. And I'm like, Jody, you have got to get better at this. You've got to start putting your stuff away when you're done. Just take the extra minute or two and just put it away. Little airplane going by. Sorry guys, I live by the airport and I have this window open because I just love having like the fresh air in here, and we haven't turned our heat on yet. It hasn't been that cold. I know that there's a lot of people, like I know my best friend, she's turned her heat on, but I'm like, nope, I refuse to until it gets down dangerously cold. Like, and when I say dangerously cold, like it has to remain like 50 degrees in the house. And even then, like I turn my heat on to like 68, and just to try to save some money, because you guys know like gas and electric is really, really ridiculous sometimes. All right, so now we have this part on here, and we're gonna go ahead and start doing some beading. But I know that I have this like space here where I'm gonna need to put some things. So I'm thinking that these squares might come in handy. If I need anything else, I will grab some smaller spacers and use some of those, but I think we might be okay. Maybe I will just grab a couple tiny ones. Hold on one second. So I have this tiny little mix of check glass beads, and I thought that I would just dump them out and grab some of these like little white ones in here, and I thought that would be perfect. So let me do that. And I'm thinking that might work out. Oh yeah, that'll work out best. So we're gonna grab a couple of those to put on the one side. All right, just like that. And then I would like to do one of these, because they're the way they're shaped. I want to follow it up with one of these really cute little spacers here and do like a back to back with those. so. And just squish all that up there. Double checking to make sure you guys can see me okay. All right, and since we have that, then I think I would like to actually put this little guy on. Will that fit right? Or maybe I need to do a little bead. Let's do a little bead. And then put him on. I'm gonna close that window because now my neighbors are like mowing the lawn or something. Okay, window's closed. No more fresh air for me. All right, and then we can do another little bead beside it. Yeah, that's gonna look cute. And then let's go ahead. I wonder if these are going to be too big. Maybe I want the bigger ones like up more on the side because I'm going to have some business down here. So how much room do these need to be away from each other? Maybe this is where I bring in one of my little squares. And then another little bead. And then this guy. And then another little bead. And then our little tiny one. Oh, no, square. Little bead. I'll make sure I have enough of these for the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, we're good. All right, so my little bead, and then my last little dangle, and then follow that up with one more little bead. Okay, and then let's work on this side and do the same thing here, and then we'll start beading. I'll close off one end and we'll start beading with all the other beads. So we need 2 of these. One of these facing that way, one of these little spacers, and then a little bead, our longer dangle. These are all things that you can do with the stuff that you already have too. So, I mean, you can go to Sam's bead shop and search for some of these. Maybe if I can find the links to them, I will include them. So let me try to do that. And if I can't find the link to it, I'm not gonna put the link on there. But if I can find it, I will definitely do that. So I'll do that for you guys. So go to the description, and if you want to buy any of these, you can go ahead and do that. And I don't have like an affiliate with, through them like that. I do get a bead box from them, but I do that unboxing and designs with that on This Beaded Life. So if you're ever curious on some of these bead companies, check out my unboxings over there if you're ever wanting to see those. And I always keep that link in my show notes as well, because I know not all of you may be familiar with This Beaded Life. It used to be Wendy's Crafting Friends, and before that it was Wendy Whitman. So yeah, I'm over there too. So over on my channel, this channel, I do pretty much just stuff that that I get on my own, and just pretty much whatever I want to do. So yeah, so there's a difference between the two, you guys, but definitely if you want to head over there too, you can. All right, so I don't need any more of those right now. Maybe we'll come back to some of those other colors later, but right now I like what I'm seeing. I like the way this is laying. I think this is going to be what I want to see happen. All right, so let me get my little spring thing, and I'm going to just clamp this one here, and we're just going to work on the one side. So I'm just going to slide this over so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I think I want to come back to these because we haven't used them in a little bit. And I just want to do one set of these, and then we're going to go into our larger beads. Okay, so just like that. And then maybe I do want to use some of these. I don't know, we'll see. And I think I want to start with this big blue one. Let's do that. No, that doesn't look right. It needs something in the middle. Let me go ahead and put, you know what, why don't we do this yellow color? Because that'll stand out really nice. So let's put this yellow one on here. And just kind of make that pop. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. So, and then let's follow it up with another one. Let's go with, let's do this because we might not even need, yeah, let's do that. And let's follow up with one more yellow one. And then this big beauty. And then I don't think we're going to use really any more of those little beads, except for on the other side we'll use some. But let's do that. So now that yellow is picking up in some of these other beads too. So that's going to look really good with that. All right. Plus it's giving it like a different look as it's going up. So I'm really pleased with that. All right. So let's continue on. I definitely want to use some more of those squares, but I also want to use some more of these. So let's come back to this. And let's do one more of these. And then I really feel like I kind of want to use a lot of those squares. And I want to use the rest of this Amazonite too. So why don't we do, because we have 4 and 4, why don't we do a square? Why don't we do an Amazonite? Maybe, can we do one of these little spacers in between? And then do an Amazonite, square, Amazonite, spacer, square, and an Amazonite. And let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, I like that. That looks great. Oh, that's exciting. I'm so excited. All right, let's do this other side now, and get that caught up to the side. I'm going to go ahead and clamp this one down, just like that, and copy the same pattern that I did over there. So we need one of these, spacer, another one. I like being able to go through some of my older stash too, so that I can just kind of weed through it, you know? I love being able to do that. I feel like I get enough new beads to replace old beads, but I don't go through enough old beads to replace them. You know what I mean? So I need to really start doing, taking some of my new stuff that I get and mixing it more with some of my old. And because usually when I'm buying, I don't usually have a project in mind. I just buy because I love it. And then I just build around it. Unless somebody has requested me to make something for them, that's when I'll go and I'll shop for that particular piece of jewelry. And I'll actually look for exactly what I need to make that complete. And otherwise, whenever I shop for beads, it's literally just what catches my eye. And I do shop too, I will make sure that if I'm out of a certain color, I will try to look for more of that, but I get so tempted by so many other things that I can't help but just get drawn to what I'm drawn to. And I'm sure you guys all feel the pain. I know you know. And there we go. And one more square. And let me just match it up, make sure I didn't miss anything. I kind of feel like I did. What did I miss? Oh, I did this one backwards. Look at that. I'm like, something's not right. And I'm sure some of you saw that and you're like, no, 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 the other way, the other way. All right. I want to test this length right now and see where it's at. Oh yeah, we still got more to go for sure. Let me fix this real quick. All right, and let's finish beading. So I have a ton of these squares left, a ton of them. So I want to make sure that I am mixing these in really well with everything else. If I use them all on this project, then I use them all on this project, but I don't think I will. I think I'll have a few left over. All right, so let's go to these little guys. I really like to kind of piecemeal my projects together, and I'm sure you guys have noticed that I don't typically ever have like a real pattern, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's hard for me to do that. Like, I do patterns, I absolutely do, when I have something particular in mind. But when I'm doing something like this, where I feel like it's kind of like a Frankenstein piece, where I'm just kind of like putting a bunch of stuff together that I just love to see together, I tend to like just let my brain tell me where things need to go and just go for it. And most of the time, I'm going to say most of the time, not all the time, most of the time I'm satisfied with what I've created. There's been times where I'm like, no, that's going to come apart. That's going to come apart. All right, so I think I have this even. I only have 2 of these left. Unfortunately, I'm sad, but they're going to go in my bead soup, or I might make a pair of earrings with them. But for now, they're going to go off to the side. And now all we really have left are our squares. So we're going to just finish it off with our squares up until we need to use our crimps. So I'm going to just try to keep track of how many I'm using here. There's 3 squares there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and let's do 9. 9 seems like a nice number. I like 9. All right, so let's do, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, one last double check just to make sure I have everything the way I want it. Okay, yeah, really cute. This turned out really cute. I love this. I love this. Okay, so we have everything we needed now. Now we can go ahead and focus on our ends. Just scoot those all off to the side. Dump that out. And we'll just start with one side. I'm going to put my crimp on. I'm using, oh, I think I may have grabbed the wrong crimps. These are really tiny. I don't think 2 strands will fit through that. Maybe it will. I think these are just really tiny. These are the crimps I got from Bead Box Bargains online. I'm testing them out. And so far I've been pretty thrilled with them. I know I have bought other crimp beads from other companies other than Beadalon in the past, and I wasn't always real happy with them. But my friend Laura, who also has a YouTube channel, Rustic Dragonfly Designs, some of you may have gone over and subscribed to her. from here. She uses them a lot and she has no issues. She literally has no issues with them at all. So I'm like, I'll give it another shot. All right, so I have my crimping pliers and I'm gonna crimp it down and then I'm gonna turn it sideways and give it another crimp. I'm gonna use my crimp cover and I'm just gonna close that up gently. Just trying to make a nice little round ball with it. I don't want to speak too soon, but this one might actually be really successful. And that makes me happy. All right, so we have that one. And I'm just gonna see if I can run this through some of these beads instead of clipping it off. Oh yeah, no problem. Fits through those just fine. And then we'll let gravity do what it's supposed to do. This side, the jump ring is gonna go on, so that's why I closed it all the way. This side, we're going to put string on our clasp right away. So we're gonna do the same thing over here. I'm gonna make sure my beads are all down where they're supposed to be, but not too tight down. You want some kind of movement. And I'm gonna put on my crimp bead, my wire guardian. Fold that over. Put on our lobster clasp. And we're just gonna feed this through like one or two beads. One bead it is, okay. And we're gonna pull that down. Tighten it down a little bit. All right, so what's gonna happen here now, because I wanna make sure that I have room for my crimp cover. It's a lot different than doing it on the first end, because the first end you have all the space that you could ever possibly need. You see there's a little gap right there. That's gonna be okay, because when I get my crimp cover on there, that gap is going to close up and it's going to go away. So let's, I mean, there'll still be a tiny little gap, but the gap will be up here and it'll be just enough to let your beads kind of have some movement. Well, that crimp turned out cruddy for me. Let's cover it up. All right, crimp cover to the rescue. And whoops. I'm just going to close this one really slowly too. Just make sure it's all nice and lined up. Just like that. And it just formed a really nice little ball there. Let's trim off our excess wire that we don't need. And put our large jump ring on there. Large and in charge jump ring, like so. All right. I've really been using these tools a lot, you guys. I really do like the tools. They're amazing. I think, like I said, like the only thing that I keep going back to my original round nose pliers, because I'm so used to these that I can't change my round nose pliers. Like I feel like I can change anything but that. Maybe down the road I can, but I love my round nose pliers. All right, guys, so here is our necklace. And if you hold on 1 second, I will flip this around and try it on for you guys so you can see what it looks like. Right back. Okay, guys, here it is. And I love it. It looks like little bubbles floating. And with the big beads, and I know this collar isn't the greatest with it, but the big beads being right here, I think it's perfect, because then you have your dangles down here and then you have more to look at up here too. And it sits good right at the top of my chest right here. Good spot for it. And that was 30 inches that I cut, which you can probably consider this to be probably more like 28-inch necklace. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. Thanks for being here on this journey. I wouldn't want to do it without you, and you guys are literally the reason I'm here. Like there's no way that I would be where I'm at today if it wasn't for you guys. I kept learning and learning the ropes as I go, and I appreciate your suggestions, your patience, your kindness, your love, all the stuff that you've been doing. Just keep it up. You're doing so great. And remember, just like less than 2 days, like it's really only 2 sleeps. 2 sleeps and you're going to hear an announcement. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Much love to you all. Bye. Don't mind my unmade bed, but you gotta see how cute Cheeto is. Look how cute he is. Mr. Cheeto, what are you doing, baby? Look at you, handsome. Hi. Oh my goodness. You're just the sweetest boy, huh?